When I walk into an establishment and I feel like I'm at home, it's exactly as I felt when I walked into the Pretzel City Barbershop. There's a lot of memories that are going through here, and what a wonderful, wonderful place this is. And I have a new friend because I came in here and this place is just rocking and rolling, and it's because of James Rivas. James, welcome to Freepod.
Oh, thank you for having me.
No problem. James, I guess the first question is, why did you bring a barbershop into Freeport, Illinois?
When I first moved to Freeport about 5.5 years ago, I first tried to get into a barbershop here in town, and we had a few available, but they weren't hiring. They said that we'll read the newspaper more than we cut hair. So I ventured out to Beloit, Wisconsin, where I cut for 3 years. In those 3 years, we had one barber pass, which is Van Smith, and another one that retired, which is Amo. And around that time, things weren't going well over there. We didn't come to an agreement to purchase the barbershop out in Wisconsin. And I came down here and I realized how empty the downtown felt without a barbershop. And with that, I keep the memories of those two barbers with me always. And I opened this shop. And I'm happy that I came down.
And so are we. For those of you that hear the name Van Smith and don't realize Van cut hair, how many years did Van cut hair down here, James? About over 40?
Over 40 years for sure.
Over 40.
1968.
James, I'm sitting in a chair that I've sat in for over 40 years when I got my hair cut with Van Smith. Why is this chair here? What happened?
When Van left us here in Freeport, these are the things that he left behind. His daughter, Diana, they sold the building and these were left to the other person and they weren't taken care of. But I remember meeting Van Smith. He was such a great guy. Besides being a Packer fan, I had to get these chairs because I feel like this is Freeport history.
It sure is. When you clicked this chair for me to sit down in, I remember that sound like it was just yesterday. James, what do you really want people to feel when they come into this barbershop? What do you want them to experience?
I want them to experience when they come to the shop is they go back in time. For older gentlemen, they'll take it back to when they were kids. And a place where you can feel welcome, share your stories from past generations to bring it back down to the newer generations. But I do want you to feel like you're at home.
With me walking in here, the tin ceiling and the chairs and not only it just has this feel of an old time barbershop. I got my hair cut. Got my hair cut a couple days ago, and it's wonderful. It's just wonderful. What are some of the things that you offer down here at the Pretzel Barbershop?
Well, we offer traditional men's haircuts, kids cuts. We also do designs, graphics on people's heads. One of the main things that I like that we do is hot towel shaves. So especially in the wintertime is the best time to get a hot towel shave to feel the frost on your face. But we also we just started adding nose waxing and ear waxing. So we're trying to get more things and change with time also, but keeping the tradition still as you would have gone to a barbershop back in the 50s.
James, we'll go back to the shop a little bit, but we had a really interesting conversation while I was getting my haircut the other day. And I just want, what do you feel about Freeport?
When I moved to Freeport, it was a lot of don't go there, don't do this. But when I came down here, Freeport has given me so much. It's given me my first home and my first business. It's the downtown, it's been through so much, but it shows that it still stands. And I think if we can take pride in being in Freeport, just like I did, I wish more people that from Freeport will take more pride in Freeport because we're still here and we're growing fast.
We are growing fast, especially with wonderful individuals like you and so on. How long have you cut hair?
I've cut hair for 25 years.
And what's something that you've noticed over those 25 years? What's changed in the art of haircutting?
I would say the exposure, because haircuts have changed with new machines and cordless machines, which is, a gift to us. But I realized that in haircuts itself, it's a wheel. It just keeps coming back. We just started redoing mullets not that long ago. We got a comb over. Your grandpa probably got in the 40s. So it's just a big wheel. I would say we're more diverse in the industry now. We have more women in the industry, which is great. But there's a lot of changes, but mostly with haircuts, I feel like a lot of them is just replayed.
I jumped a little bit when you said comb over, because I realized you said your grandpa had one, and I'm kind of like, boy, I may have one someday. You never know. I don't want to worry about that one. What are some experiences why should people come down to the Pretzel City Barbershop? Why should they come down and experience this wonderful place?
I think that over the years, barbershop has slowly died. It's a craft that's slowly dying, but we're trying to revive it. And here you're treated like family. We'll make you fall in love with what barbering really is.
I walked in on Wednesday because it was walk-in Wednesday. But if somebody wants to make an appointment or whatever, what procedures do they do in order to get down here for an appointment?
So to book an appointment is pretty easy. You can either call, we can book it for you, or you can go on Google. There's a book button there. You click and it sends you to the website. But now that we have more barbers starting, we're doing walk-ins all week. Myself, I only do walk-ins on Wednesdays, but we're taking everyone in. You come through the doors, you'll get a haircut eventually. So
I guess this isn't the end. I just have a question. I'm a Packer fan. Van Smith made me a Packer fan. But James, when I walk into this building and this wonderful place, I realize, sir, you're a Bear fan. I realize you're a big Bear fan. What did you think about this season? And how much do you talk about it down here at the barbershop?
Oh, we talk about Bears almost every day here. We have a lot of Packer fans that come in through these doors, thanks to Van Smith, of course. But, we all can't be perfect, so I understand that.
Well, baseball season is starting, James, and I think we do have something in common, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'll wear my Cub attire when I come down here for my next haircut.
We'll have to fly the W.
There we go. We will fly the W. James, as we come to a close with this, what do you feel or how do you feel about Freeport and the fact of the growth that you see and the growth that you see downtown, but also the growth that you see of the community of Freeport in itself?
What I feel about downtown right now is we're growing. As a parent, if you ever drive up west at 4 and 5 in the morning, you'll see how busy we're getting. When I first moved to Freeport, it was not that busy. It takes a little bit more time to get cross city sometimes now, even though we're smaller. But we're bringing in so many people. We got people from California, Texas, Arizona. They're all moving to Freeport. And with these people come ideas, and they're planning to change a lot of downtown. And I urge Freeportians to go out there and be a part of this massive growth and have decisions in what's coming to Freeport. But I think that this is just the beginning. I think one day you're going to come downtown. It's going to feel like we're back in the 50s, people walking around and checking out all the other boutiques and storefronts.
Well, James Rivas, I'll tell you this. I have not only my new place to get my hair cut, and the next time, because it's still going to be chilly, although my hair doesn't grow that long, that quick. I don't know why, James. I don't understand. Thank you for all of you giggling out there. But next time I'm going to get a hot towel shave. No doubt about that one. But I hope everybody that's listening to this stops down. And, if you're just on the go or something like that, just stop in and say hi to James and the gang, because it is just a wonderful, wonderful place. the Pretzel City Barbershop. You can also, there's a QR code at the front that you can book your appointment, and you can also scan and leave your reviews for the great job that everyone does down here. James, thank you so much for investing in Freeport. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for keeping up the memories of the barbers of the past with what you do for the future. Thank you, James.
Thank you for having me.
James Rivas, and this has been Freepod.